Yesterday was a very, very, very busy day. Yeah. So here we are. And let's just do the housekeeping before I forget what I'm doing. Like, I got a good night's sleep, but my brain is just like, I'm not sure I'm ready to deal with today. So what is the housekeeping? Me reminding you, we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. That will get you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month, unless something unusual happens. We do live in hurricane country. And the hot links are hot. It says click here now, take you right to the information or the person can help you get it. And it is a blind CC, which means nobody will see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. All right. So that is that. That is the housekeeping. What we are doing is living the science of mind. What I like to remind you is these are essays taken from the take-home or the at-home Science of Mind course. In the back of the Science of Mind magazine for years, you could mail off for a course that you could study Science of Mind at home. And it was 48 lessons. You just get one a week, which is really cool. So that's where most of these essays came from. What they are is, and honestly, I feel like, because they also say that this is Ernest Holmes' commentary on his textbook, the Science of Mind textbook, which I believe it is that too. But I think what it is Ernest kept getting these questions. And so that's what he did. He is answering the questions that he got. Why do we talk about God so much? This, that, and the other thing. You know, what the history of New Thought. The people are like, well, what's the story here? That's what these essays are. They're kind of a first person. It really feels like Ernest is talking to you. I really am enjoying them. So I hope you are enjoying them as much as I am enjoying reading them. I didn't open my light. So hold on. Give me a minute. I have this see? And then it does this. And for whatever reason, every day I turn it off and I fold it flat. I don't know why I do. It could just stay. It could just stay like that. I fold it flat. And then this morning I forgot to unfold it. So. Okay. So we are in a little section called God, the personal you. Yeah. God, your personal self. And this essay is titled The Power That Is Within You. And the good news is it's short. So let's see what the power that is within you is about. The power that is within you is the power of your word operated upon by law. This power is not so much a will as it is a willingness. You will never have to will things to happen. You will merely have to know that they are happening. And that is super, super, super important. Because there's this phrase called, not my will, but thy will be done. We spend a whole lot of our time white knuckling it. Like, we are holding on so tight. We are just willing things to happen. And it doesn't have to, life does not require that effort. Life does not require that effort. It does, however, require us to know what power we're using and to use it consciously. That's why he says, and it's a super important line, it's not about willpower. It's about willingness. Are we willing to allow things to happen for us, through us? It's a big point. It's kind of a foundation pin for Science of Mind. All right, let's get back to Ernest. This law is neutral and impersonal. You are not to think of it as though it were the same as spirit, but merely okay. This video is going to require some editing, or I might just leave it the way it is because, y'all probably didn't hear a word I just said. about this video requiring some editing, because the microphone wasn't plugged in. Okay. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch anything. It just collapsed, and y'all got to see my ceiling. And y'all get to see a lot of my ceiling today. Okay, hang on. Let's see here. Okay. Look. We'll see about cutting that part out. Now I just have to figure out where it was, because in the panic of, oh my God, there goes the iPad, I dropped my book. Okay, here we are. I think, I don't know where I was. So we're just going to start with the second paragraph again. This law is neutral and impersonal. You are not to think of it as though it were the same thing as spirit, but merely as a mechanical force which you may use for definite purposes. It is within you, and as the law of cause and effect reacts to your word. This law is the way or creative medium by which your word is manifested. But this law is an aspect of God, is an all-powerful medium. You have been exercising authority through this law by your word, but you were not entirely conscious of this word because it was just as much subjective as it was objective. It was more or less unconscious, rising out of race suggestion. Now that's when he uses that word race suggestion, you have to consider that there are a whole lot of things that happen in the world simply because a lot of people believe that they should. And when we get enough people to change their mind about the things that are happening, they will stop happening. Ugh. All right. You are not to think of the power within you as a person. It is a principle of nature, a law of cause and effect, a medium. Which will also, you should remember that because it is not a person, it is a law, it is of cause and effect, it's not going to judge. That's why when you ask for things that aren't good for yourself and you get them, that's because the law doesn't say, hey, you know what, that's not good for you. Let's talk about your taste in people. Law doesn't judge. You have the power to use this medium in any way you see fit. You have thought that the law of your being was one of bondage. Now you are going to discover that the very law which has produced discord in your life can easily produce harmony. You have not been using two powers, but one power in two different ways. And experience has already taught you the better way to use this power. You wish to use it to produce happiness and success and joy, love, and friendship, rather than their opposites, which is what I just said, right? Are you going to realize good instead of evil? Are you going to use your authority in the law to create beauty, peace, and joy? I mean, really, honestly, why wouldn't you want to? Why would you want to create more chaos? And why would you want to do? And yet people do, because they believe that that's what they do. They deserve, because society tells them that that's what they deserve. That's that race consciousness thing. Okay. All right. Back to Ernest. They will respond just as quickly as the more ugly manifestations have responded, and you are going to have the greatest possible satisfaction. The satisfaction of knowing that you are a free mental agent in a spiritual universe which holds nothing against you, but always desires your good. Why does it desire your good? Because the universe works better when people are getting their good. That's why it desires your good. It can continue to express itself more fully when we are happy. You know, that's it. That's it. All right. Oh, no greater good can come to you than to know that the power already within you is the power to live, the power to create, not only to create for yourself, but others. The power to do good, the power to heal, the power to prosper. You are to realize that the power within you is a divine authority. It is a dispenser of divine gifts. It is a giver of life, of joy. It proclaims the kingdom of heaven, the harmony of the soul, and the unity of all being. Now he said, the good for yourself, but the good for others. Because what you have to remember is what you want for yourself, you gotta want for everybody else too. And the more good we put out, the better the world is. All right. The power within you responds definitely to direct conscious thought. It responds as a mathematical and mechanical law of cause and effect. No one can hinder your use of this power since it is an immediate presence at the center of your own being. See, I was raised Catholic and we had to pray to saints or to Jesus or to Mary. We couldn't go directly to God. And one of my favorite things about Science of Mind is there's nothing between you and God. You can go directly to the source of your own being. I love that. I love that. Okay, now where was I? Yes. No one can reverse your use of it since nothing can contradict its authority. Therefore, you not only have some power at the center of your being, you have access to all of the power there is, to all of the presence there is, and to the only God there is. You must begin to contemplate this power within you as answering your every need, supplying your every want, fulfilling your every wish. You must believe it does this immediately, right now. Not tomorrow, but today. Because the law of this power within you knows no time. When your word directs the law within you, it must always direct it for today. You must give that's conscious. You must give conscious direction to this law, and you must definitely expect it to respond. So not only do you have to give it direction, you have to expect that it's going to do it. It's because you can't give directions and then not expect it to do it. Like, what's the point of that, right? When you say to the law within you, do this, you must know it is going to do it. You must believe. There must be no doubt in your consciousness, for the power, presence, and law are one and the same thing. And the creative imagination of your own thought is the director of your destiny. All right. So that point is super important about today. You must believe. Oh, there was a point there and then I lost my book. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Oh, because tomorrow never comes. It's like, you gotta believe it. I'm losing my mind, and that's okay. After the iPad collapsed, my brain just kind of went. You gotta believe there is no time. We are merely time bound because we are in the material. But you gotta believe in it doing it today because tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. Why would you want to put it off why would you want to put it off into the future? But more importantly than that, and I've said this before and I will continue to say it. One of the things that I wrapped my mind around believing that my good already existed. Okay. You want to believe that it's happening today because it already exists in the mind of God. It may take a minute to get to you in the material world. It may. And that's just the nature of the material world, right? But whatever it is that you want already exists in the mind of God. So you got to believe in it today. Oh, there it was. There was the point. That was the point. Ernest said you should never redo a treatment. If the treatment isn't answered, don't redo the treatment. Okay? Treat the treatment. You are treating your belief in the treatment. And that is such a super important point, because you want to believe that it's happening now. And if you don't believe, so you've given your instructions, but if you don't believe that it's happening, then go back and treat that. You don't have to redo the treatment. Just go back and treat your belief in your original treatment. it's kind of one of those mind-blowing things that when you think about it, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. That's why we don't redo treatments. It's one of the reasons why I rarely write treatments. If somebody asks me to email them a treatment, then obviously I'm going to write them a treatment. But that's why I don't write treatments, because I'm never going to do the same treatment again. I'm never going to do the same treatment again, because if I'm going to treat for the situation the next time, then I'm going to treat about my belief about my treatment the first time. All right. That was the point that I lost when I lost my bookmark. I'm glad this week's almost over. All right. So we still have a couple more in this section. So tomorrow we will talk about the friend that is within you. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, take care of business day, let's wrap this week up day, a drink plenty of water day, a stay out of the heat dome day. I don't know if we broke records yesterday, but it's not going to be quite as hot today, I hope. Because the feels likes are already in the hundreds. So drink plenty of water. Stay out of direct sunlight day. A you got this day. A do something fun for yourself day. Eat something amazing day. A be with your friends day. If you can't be with them in person, however, make some contact day. A take care of yourself day. A do something different day. All right, I'm out of words. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, and I understand, some days it is, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. It's all the divine knows. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you tomorrow between 9 and 9:15, and hopefully I won't have all the disasters that I had today. But hey, it's what makes life interesting, right? Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.